Hi guys, this is Orchi and this is going to be my This Happened in October video, which is so weird because we're really nearing the end of the year again, and it's just kind of mind-blowing how fast time can go. And I think it's gonna be a shorter one. Not a lot of things happened in this month, and I'm kind of feeling not so great today. I was even thinking about, if I even should film this one, but I won't have time to do this until the end of next week, which is already in November, and I'm gonna be busy anyway during the week, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. And the other thing is that I don't think that only posting uh, positive stuff is healthy. I got sick at the beginning of the month. It was just a regular cold, but I still couldn't recover, and I'm sure that that adds to how I feel. Also, I guess it's the usual end of the year depression that's coming up. I don't know. I guess it's scheduled somewhere because I'm kind of feeling low, even though there are a lot of positive things happening. So it's not like there was nothing that I was, happy about during the month, but unfortunately there's that underlying sadness, which I know that it's more than just, feeling crappy for a day. I've never been diagnosed with depression or anything like that. I'm not saying I have that, so I'm just feeling not so well most of the time these days, and that, I don't want to just pretend that everything is fine when it's not, because if I, post this video and I say that, oh, the month was so great and I only post the positive things, then if I'm not reacting to your comments or messages on, social media where we connect, then you will be like, what is her problem? Why is she not, responding? She's an ass. And it's just, I try to keep up with all the posts and everything. I still hate Facebook. It's just, I don't think it's ever gonna have change. I find it actual chore to go there and check messages, which kind of sucks because now I have a Facebook group with, and that's a wonderful thing. There's a lot of lovely people who joined, and I only created it because I wanted to have a place where people who doesn't have social media presence outside of Facebook can post pictures about the zombie oracle, because I would like to, have those pictures to saved in somewhere, so I can see what other people are saying. So, it's self-indulgence on the highest level. And also I posted about my next deck that's coming out. It's not as exciting as the zombie oracle, so I'm not gonna, I don't have that high expectation that I had with the zombie oracle. I'm not saying it's a bad deck, so, but I kind of feel like I have to justify that I'm making one about relationships when there's so many other decks. Because with the zombie oracle, I think it's a unique thing. I don't think that there is any other deck that looks at zombies and zombie TV shows and just the whole zombie apocalypse theme in the way that I do. So I fully think that that's a unique thing. And I also, started to think about doing, I've talked about it in videos that will come out after this one, but those were filmed before this one. But I'm thinking about making a vampire and a ghost themed, similar themed deck for, next Halloween and the one after that. If I'm in a position to still make these decks, because, and with the vampires, I know that there are, decks, and I haven't looked into vampire oracle decks, but I don't think that there is one that looks into the TV show kind of, vampires. If there is one, I haven't, looked into it, so there might be one, and then I don't need to do it. But I kind of I had fun creating the zombie oracle. But the new one, the building the relationships, which I love you love the name. It's just like, it's fun, but I love it. It's a much more simpler deck. It's just keywords based. There's no guidebook. It's just the image, the keyword, and what you get out of that. I think I picked very clear keywords, and because these are buildings, you're not gonna see any people in there, so you don't have to think about, oh, is it representative of certain type of people, because you know, buildings are for everyone. At least that's how I think. And I have my cat sitting down over there, so she's probably gonna come close to me at some point, because she's looking at me like that. I don't know, just, you know, suddenly if she's here, then she's here. So yeah, I submitted the design for approval. I don't like that I have to do it in a way that it's gonna be public once they approve it, because last time my problem was that I ordered a prototype deck, and then I was like, well, happy with it, and then I submitted the design and they were like, oh, but that's copyrighted. It wasn't, or at least I don't think. Maybe the person who uploaded it to Pixabay stole the picture, I don't know. So I had to redo things. So this time I went ahead, I submitted the design. I'm gonna fix whatever problem is with it. And once it's approved for sale, I'm gonna order one for myself and then upload the walkthrough. So there's a chance that people will, you know, order the deck without I'll not even order, just find the deck, you know, before I'm ready to put it out there, especially because I've talked about it. But I don't think it's, because like I said, it's a much more simpler keyword-based deck. I don't think it really necessarily needs that much introduction, even though Make Playing Cards really fuck things up with limiting the preview that you get when you click on a deck. There's only 4 cards and you can't see anything from 4 cards because, you know, I think I have 75 cards right now, but some of them are alternative cards. I have 2 honesty and 1 transparency card, which can be used as alternatives. I have 2 for friendships and stuff like that. So, you know, there are some alternatives, but it's around a 70-71 card deck. The size is the same as the Zombie Oracle. I was thinking about making it a different one, but I think I will be able to handle that much because it's gonna be obviously a much thicker deck, but we will see. So that's gonna be coming out hopefully, you know, as soon as my, look, I have a cat. As soon as my, you know, my prototype arrives and I'm able to, you won't see my cat. Do you want to see my cat? Ooh, here's my cat. Look up there. Kitty, kitty. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's my cat. And now okay, are we still? Yes, it's good. So yeah, that's gonna be available if anyone's, you know, interested. I wanted to have a relationship, theme the deck without people, with the keywords that I like to use in relationship related decks, because I had the Romance Angel Oracle, not the actual one because that's out of print and I wasn't able to find one. And I just didn't like it. I didn't connect to the imagery, and I you know, every time I start, you know, being defensive about the deck when I talk about it because I think it's not as good as the Zombie Oracle. But then I go and, you know, work on it and I'm like, but I love this one. I like how they look. These are still my aesthetic totally. So I don't know why I'm doing that. But, you know, it's more for myself than, I don't have expectations of anybody else wanting this deck. I think that's the main thing, because with the Zombie Oracle I was hoping that people might be interested, and you know, some of you were, which is a really cool feeling. But yeah, with this one it's just a much more simpler one, so we'll see. I'm gonna shut up, but we'll see. And my cat just moved. So yeah, that was one good thing. Another one was their live chat with Stephanie Burrows. We had a live chat about the upcoming Smoke, Ash and Embers deck, which is the Dragon deck, which sits at the customs office since the 7th of October. And you guys, I could cry at this point, because right now I phoned them on Friday asking what is the hold up again, because I had to resubmit some papers 11 days ago on the 21st, when our live chat was, which I'm gonna link down. And I talked to someone and they were like, you didn't upload the right one for this one. But I was like, but okay, but no one asked me for that paper. They asked me for the gift declaration paper, because you have to submit the one where you say the same thing that's on the label of the package. And the title specifically said that I have to give the value of the package as well. And I was like, it was declared like there's no value. What am I supposed to do in this case? Like, should I lie? Like, that's the expectation of me, because they can't believe that it doesn't have a value. So what I did was, after our talk on Friday with that lady who has nothing to do with it, so it's frustrating, I refilled those papers, the different version that she suggested that I should still, upload. And I was like, okay. And I wrote a message on it, and I said that it was, declared zero value because it's a fucking gift. And it, it's not something that was commercially available. So, and I wrote, like, but if you can't handle it, then let me know, and I'm gonna give a one font value, and we can do that. But now I'm gonna wait, and I need to wait until they either recontact me and telling me that it's not good again, or they will accept what I said and finally tell me how much I have to pay for the privilege of getting that gift that was so graciously and generously sent to me. But honestly, they're really just ruining getting a gift. And I never understood how stressful this was for other countries, because for us, before the 1st of July, this was never a case. Gifts arrived within 2 weeks or a week, even from within Europe, and they were never stopped at the customs. So this is ridiculous, and I'm not sure what's going to happen when Black Friday and Christmas orders are gonna come into the country, because they can't handle the normal ones already. So yeah, that's weird. But that's the frustrating part, because I know that the deck is somewhere sitting and it's not here. And I know I'm not a patient person in some aspect, but my worries, it's not like that I just have to be patient and at some point it shows up and then I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, it finally arrived. It's the fear that I'm trying really hard to not get into, that what if they just decide that they're gonna send it back, like what they did with the Hero Rise Oracle. Like, I can't be certain with them these days that they're gonna do their jobs correctly, and that's just it feels very, not just frustrating, but I have zero power over the situation, and that's something that I struggled with all my life, and especially since I was sick. I don't like to be in a state when things are happening with me, or around me, or something that has an effect on how I live my life, and I have zero control or zero ways to do anything about that. And I know that this is a small thing, and this is just a deck, and it's not just a deck, it's the dragon deck. But yeah, it's just very hard not to go to that place. But I'm working on it, but it's not helping. But our chat with Stephanie was wonderful. I wasn't nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I was excited. I was a bit worried that I would be, too fangirly about the deck. Even though I made myself, I promised myself that I'm not gonna be like, because it's gonna be a conversation. But I think we just clicked with Stephanie so easily that really it felt like talking to a friend, and I'm happy that she said the same as well. And I'm gonna link it down below because we talked about a lot of interesting things about the deck and how decks created, and her upcoming, you know, there's gonna be an oracle deck, which I was very curious about because I knew that there's gonna be a third deck, and that was, you know, I had the question written down in case, you know, I forgot anything to ask, if she was planning on doing an oracle deck as well, because I kind of, at this point, I think everything that these two, Adam and Stephanie, are gonna create together, I'm gonna get, because it's such a meant to be connection. I think that it just translates into so well into the cards that, yeah, I just want them. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, that was something really fun, and I'm trying to, you know, get into the more fun stuff. So I'm gonna skip something that I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. I created a second channel, which is gonna be linked down below, and it's gonna be added to my usual description, where you can find all the information for specifically for readings. And I was debating for about 2 months now if I should just start uploading these, pick a card and more live readings, because I haven't done one for a while, and monthly readings and weekly and whatever in this channel, or should I create a new one? Because I know that a lot of people don't care for my personal videos like this when they are coming for a reading, you know, like a live reading or a monthly reading or whatever. They don't care about me. They just there for the reading, which is completely fine. You know, I watch a lot of channels where I don't know anything about the reader because they don't post that. Not because I'm not interested, but they just, you know, they separate that thing, or they just don't want to post that. I was just, sorry, I got distracted by my cat. I don't know what I wanted to say, but and I also know that those who are, you know, curious about deck walkthroughs or conversations, live streams and stuff like that, they don't necessarily want to see a lot of pick a card and live readings and whatever readings in the feed when they, you know, because it can be annoying when, you know, there's too much from a channel that you don't care about. But obviously I'm very happy if you guys want to subscribe and want to come there and comment and just engage with those videos as well. You can even, you know, leave me topic suggestions for those, but I completely understand if you don't want to do that. And I think the biggest reason for separating the two was that I want to keep this space for my community, my soul tribe, my friends here. And I think it's easier for, you know, the two interests to be handled, I guess. So yeah, I have a second channel. We will see how much I will upload. There might be just a phase that I will grow out, but if I do that, you know, I'm just not gonna stop, you know, and I'm gonna upload there, and I don't gonna feel that bad about it, because I kind of missed uploading pick a card readings. But at some point someone made a comment about these readings, and that person didn't, you know, it was my fault that I took it too seriously. They didn't say it to me. That was just a general comment in a video, but it kind of stuck with me. And you know, it's not their fault. It's just how something can be effective, you know. Something someone says, it sticks with you, and you start to doubt your integrity as a tarot reader if you do general readings and pick a card readings. And for a long time I felt like, yeah, if I want to be an actual tarot person, I guess, well, how to say that, who's, I don't know, I kind of connected the two, you know, that you can't have really integrity as a tarot reader if you do just pick a card readings, which is absolute bullshit, and I know. But you know, these are the things that when you pick up on when you're just starting and you don't have confidence in yourself and stuff like that. And I know that some people still think that. I'm at a point where I just don't care anymore, because when I want to do big spreads, big readings with a lot of cards, because I have a lot of decks and I don't have a chance to use them. and I don't read for myself as often as I should probably. And I mainly do one card pulls on Instagram. That's where I usually do my readings for others these days, because I just don't have that energy to actually promote that I'm doing free readings, because when I do that, you know, readings come in, but I kind of feel like I can't handle that. The work is a lot more at this period of the year as well, plus life. So, but you know, I still want the chance to play with my cards, and I love watching those readings, and I like making them, so why am I not making them? It makes no sense. So I created the second channel, and those gonna be posted there. The monthly readings are already posted there, so if you're curious, if you want to watch them, I'm gonna link it down below, and thank you so much for checking that out. But like I said, it's not necessarily at all. Okay, second channel, Dragon Deck, and the Halloween extravaganza. So we had a live stream on the 29th of October, which was Friday, and it was a 2 hours Halloween special stream, and I wasn't really feeling up to it all week, because you know, my cold came back, and I just, most of the time my brain is just like mush, and I'm like, this is me normally these days, which sucks, because I have so many things that I want to work on, but I think my body is like, you need to take a break. But I can't take a break because I have deadlines. A lot of things are happening that I want to take part in, and if I, you know, take I don't know, 2 weeks break, which I should, to be completely honest, I'm gonna miss out on a lot of things that I'm gonna regret later. So I can't do that. So I'm trying to find that balance, how to push forward. And most of the time it's just like I cut back on things. Maybe that might not be the best, but the Halloween stream was really fun, and I'm glad we did it. Even though 2 hours before it started, I was like, I should, you know, do some decoration. I need to get up and, you know, get dressed, and I was feeling really cold. Like I took a bath before it so that I could just, you know, be warm again and stuff like that. But and maybe it can be, you know, maybe it's a bit more obvious when we started the stream, because I was wondering if people can tell that I was just low energy at the beginning, because normally I'm much better at handling pauses and, you know, moving the conversation forward. I know that I can be better, and I think after a half an hour I was back into my normal self. But at the beginning I was like, oh, I'm not doing this, not doing so well, this is not gonna be fun, and people are gonna get bored, and this is just gonna be like, oh. But obviously there were 4 other people besides me, and you know, those people are awesome, so it wasn't that hard. So I'm not gonna take credit for the stream being fun because it was on my channel. It's because the 5 of us have a really nice camaraderie friendship. Let's not use words that we're not sure how to say. So yeah, that was fun, and I'm so glad we did it. And we're planning one now, because I was like, after we ended the stream, I was like, how about the Christmas one? So we're gonna hopefully do one for Christmas, not around Christmas time, because you know, it's Christmas, it's family, it's everyone busy, but probably around the second week of December there's gonna be an Advent themed stream, probably something similar. We played the trivia game at the end. I think that was fun. I'm gonna ask the others, and I'm gonna ask you guys if you watched, if you would be, you know, if you want to play it, you know, if you want us to play something like that again, or if it would be just too boring and repetitive. If we would do it, I would ask the others to either come with a whiteboard where they write down the answer, you know, or just pieces of paper, so we're not shouting in, and we're not ruining the chance of someone in the chat to participate in the game as well. Because when you get excited and you know the answer, you're like, oh, I know that, I want to say. But I think it was fun. So yeah, I had fun. And yeah, October I had my name day, which we celebrate here, and that was the 21st when the stream was with Stephanie, and that was a very nice gift from you know, from life, at least, because my real life friends freaking forgot that I had a name day, and there's one that it practically and particularly hurts that she forgot. You can hear the siren, but yeah, an alarm, whatever. And I know that it's, you know, you're not supposed to complain about things like that, but I'm kind of complaining because she's not gonna watch this video, so I can do that. But yeah, my nephew is growing up. He's getting so big. He's gonna be 1 year old on the 23rd of November, which is mind-blowing because he's here for 11 months now. But sometimes I still just look at him and, you know, not being able to believe that that's my sister's son. It's just, and he's so freaking smart. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not gonna give, you know, I'm not gonna even pretend that I was this smart learning the rules how he is, because my room is not as kid friendly, you know, as it would be if it, you know, he would be my child, or if, because, you know, it's, I have a lot of stuff around and out that I can't put anywhere right now, and I have on my nightstand, I have stuff that he can get. I keep a B-shaped cream container there because he can play, he likes beads, and you know, I gave it to him. He can play with it if he wants when he comes into my room. But there are other there's a candle, a tea light candle holder that he's not allowed to, you know, pick up because that's just ceramic, or that's how you say it, and it's dangerous. And you know, he's interested, he likes the color probably, and he just wants to touch it, and he wants to, you know, see what that is and eat it probably. But all I have to do is maximum say, you know, no, and you shouldn't do that 3 times, and you know, he just tries, and I say no, and then he's like, oh, looks at me, and then I was like, and then, you know, he tries again, but he's not grabby with it, he's not aggressive with trying. You don't have to go and take it out of his hand, because he understands that it's not something that he's allowed to do or supposed to do. So yeah, I bet I wasn't like that. I mean, I can't imagine me being like that. It's just, I can't even relate. So yeah, he's a smart one, which is just wonderful to see. And he's already so generous, because even though, you know, he's alone and he's just one baby and there's no other kids around, and we love him obviously very much. And I'm not saying we spoil him, because it's not like everyone's just like, nothing like that. But it's hard to say no to a child that you love. I'm not gonna pretend it's easy, even though when you know it, you know, you're supposed to say no because it's their interest. I mean, I'm good at that. I can be very firm with animals and kids for some reason, but he, besides that, you know, like being alone, being an only child at the moment, he always shares his food, his drinks, his, you know, he shares his toys, everything. When you're there, at some point he's gonna be like, oh, you hold it, you play with it, you eat it, you try to drink from it, whatever. He always shares everything, and I think that's a wonderful sign. And hopefully it's not, you know, this quality is gonna be something that stays in him, because we need more generous and kind people in this world. So hopefully that's gonna happen. But it's the reason why I'm being so honest in these ones is mostly because I'm mainly recording for myself, but for him as well, because I kind of want him to have some sort of an information about how I thought about certain things, if he, ever gonna be interested in things like that, because I know that, I had my grandma, who wasn't my grandma, who was the sister of my grandma, it's great aunt or whatever, I don't know. I've never been good with family titles. I regarded her as my third grandma, and my real one, actually. Because she was always the one who was kind to us when we were growing up. And that's a wonderful thing to remember, but I don't really know anything about her life, which kind of sucks. And, it's the same with my parents. I don't know a lot about them, and I could go and ask, but life is not accommodating to such light-hearted conversations these days, because there's a lot of things happening that are not fun. And when things are generally not fun, you don't have these conversations. Maybe you should, I guess you should, but we're humans and we don't do that. Whatever. But yeah, I think that's my October. I don't know how if I'm gonna timestamp this one, because I'm gonna just post the links, I guess, for the live streams and the second channel. If you're still watching, I should have opened this one with this one, but this is what you get when you don't write scripts and stuff like that. And I think I'm gonna upload, maybe I should just post on Instagram or somewhere. I just want to thank everyone who supported the Zombie Oracle in any way, regardless if you purchased it. Obviously, I'm very, very grateful for everyone who didn't just put their words, but put their money and where they words were, because buying anything these days is really a luxury. Life in general for a lot of people are not easy, and I completely understand. I know that it's the same for me, and I really truly appreciate for everyone who bought the deck. But even if you didn't, if you just left a comment about it, that you're interested in it, or you think it's cool or whatever, every time someone said something positive about the deck, and so far no one said anything negative, which is, to be honest, I was expecting comments about my creepy guy, or like weird guidebook or something like that, but nothing was said. So I'm just like, hopefully it stays like that, because I have a fragile heart, even if people don't believe that, especially these days. I can't really take a lot of harsh things right now. But you guys helped a lot of times, you guys help me feel validated, and I'm not looking for validation from outside, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a good feeling when you create something that you believe that it's something that's good, and other people are saying the same. It's nice, and I'm not gonna lie and say that, oh, I don't need that, I don't need that, but it's a nice feeling. So yeah, I guess this was my monthly therapy session. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I should probably pay for you for watching this, and I completely understand if you don't want to watch it, because when you feel crap, why would you want other people feel, watch talking about feeling crap? Or if you feel good, why would you want to watch someone who's gonna bring down your mood? I'm sorry. Let's hope November is gonna be better. Yeah, if I get the deck, it's gonna be better for sure. But send some positive energies towards us, because my family and I, because kinda need it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop, because I'm gonna stop. Bye.